Uncle Bill, who invite me here every year. It's a very interesting forum. So my talking today is about Indonesia and the future of critical industry and how we need Australia and how Australia need us to work together. Especially, you have a give 10%, we have a give 32% in terms of tariff now. Yes, I believe you already familiar with the history of Indonesia and on the political economy of it. Yeah. So we start with Suharto, and Suharto stepped down because of the crisis meltdown, Asian economic meltdown, and we use the crisis as a momentum of the reform. Yeah. So we have a reform for almost 5 years: military reform, political reform, economic reform. And the result of the reform, you can see that this is our economic pie in terms of the purchasing power parity. We start with Bambang Susilo Yudhoyono for 2 terms and Joko Widodo for 2 terms. So the reform is not only a result in the economic growth, but also stability in the government. Yeah. So, but we have a lot of challenge. Yeah? Trade war, the first trade war, and now the second trade war. Now, the point is that you can see the pie from barely 900 billion into 1.3 trillion. This is purchasing power parity into 2.6. Now it's almost 4 trillion US dollar. And the challenge is on the trade war, second trade war. Now, the government believes that we from the last 20 years, we have more or less 5% economic growth, sometimes 4.9, sometimes 5.3. Yeah, but this is not enough, because we are getting older. So the midterm age in Indonesia is 30 now. In Australia, it's 37. So the point is that we want to be rich before we get old. We old, yeah. You already old and rich. This is nice, yeah. But we are not yet rich. Remember the movie Crazy Rich Asia? Yeah, we are Asia. We are crazy, not yet rich. Australia is rich, but not yet crazy. Yeah. So the strategy is that it's already mentioned by President Pramono. We got to grow more than 5%. Can be 7 or 8, but then the challenge is really very hard with the second trade war now. Now, number 1 is improving our export. So far, we always have a surplus in our export with the world, in our trade with the world, ranging from 20 to 40 billion. Yeah, but with the challenge of the trade war now, it's not really very sure. How can we maintain our surplus with the world? Yeah, but the point is that to maintain the surplus, we need to expand our downstream industry on all aspects. Cotton, become textile, food, beverage. We are the 3rd largest noodle producers in the world. That's why we spend 1.2 billion just to find wheat from Australia. But now on the downstreaming. Downstreaming is very important to us. We start with nickel and now bauxite, and this brings us to Australia. If you process bauxite, aluminum, you need industrial salt, and we got industrial salt from Western Australia. Myself with Minister Michael, last year we inaugurated one of the Australian project in Karata, in Mardi. This is one of the largest industrial salt in the southern hemisphere, and we need that. Yeah, about 600 tons, 600 into 1 million tons every year for this downstreaming of aluminum. Yeah. But this is important to us also, EV battery ecosystem. Yeah. This is the thing that we would like to develop. Now, this is the pattern of investment in Indonesia, foreign direct investment, until 2024, before the trade war, the second trade war. And you can see this is the realization, and this is the plan. So we have, we managed to have more than what we planned. Yeah. Now, most of the FDI invested in 5 sectors: base metal industry, transportation, mining, chemical, pharmaceutical, and pulp and papers. Yeah. So we are talking more about mining today. Now, on the Patra ecosystem, we have three stages. Yeah, the first stages is on the upstream. We almost completed the upstream. Yeah, except for lithium. Cross means that we don't have it. So lithium, we don't have it. That's why cooperation with Australia will be very important. The number one is on the midstream. We still have don't have on sodium carbonate and others, but on MHP, NPI, and sulfuric acid, we have done it. Yeah. Now on the high-tech downstream, we are in the process of finishing our processing from on lithium hydroxide, yeah, from spodumene into lithium hydroxide on PCAM. Yeah. Some of the project is already completed. Yeah. But the most important thing is the green stuff here. You can see that we are moving for and the energy transition toward green as well. So we always provide with the green electricity. Now perhaps 35%. Yeah, I just came back from Sorowako. Sorowako is one of the strongholds for Canadian company mining. Yeah, Fail, or we call it Fale. Yeah, they use 35% of electricity from the what's called it runoff river, because we are blessed with many glacial glacial lake, yeah, lake in the top of the mountain, and then with the slope between 15, 20%. So you build the first time, second time, third time, and you end up with about 200 and 300 megawatt of electricity. So this is the one that we offer for the investor as well. Now, Australia, Prime Minister Albanese 2 years ago, declare on the ASEAN, the Australia new strategy for Southeast Asia, 2040s, yeah. And the President Prabowo, when he was elected, landslide victory, also have 10 priorities. So if we try to merge between the priority of Australia and Southeast Asia and our priority, at least we have 6 points that we can work together. On nutrition program and food security, public health, education, downstreaming industry, and your side you call that resource and green energy transition. So we have a lot actually to work together. Yeah. Now this will be the program of our embassy in Canberra and all of the Indonesian mission all over Australia, in Sydney, Melbourne, Western Australia, and Darwin. Is to support downstreaming industry and green energy transition. So we already have 3 MOU, and that's our job now is to implement the Indonesia-Australia MOU on bilateral mechanism to progress electric vehicle cooperation, which was signed 2023. Our company participate in Sydney, all electric, and we are going to participate again in Melbourne, I think the mid of the year, also exhibition on electric vehicle. And also to implement the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Western Australia MOU on critical mineral. And last year I signed another MOU with Northern Territory as well on critical mineral. So the tour today, actually I brought companies from Indonesia to visit Western Australia and to visit Northern Territory tomorrow, yes, to have talk with counterpart here on how to best implement the MOU and to do business with Australia. To improve Indonesia investment in Australia, our investment already reached 2.2 billion Australian dollar, yeah, and this almost double Australian investment in Indonesia, which is 1.2 billion. So one of my job is to make sure that Indonesian miners are happy and expand in Australia, and they do happy and they expand in Australia, which is a good one. And to encourage Australia critical mineral company to do processing in Indonesia, and you also have the same dream about future made in Australia, and we can process part of our mineral in Australia as well. So this is the things that we would like to discuss further with the Australian friend. Thank you very much.